What's up, guys? Our Winrock trip was a lot of fun. The weather turned out to be great. We went there expecting 40s, rain, maybe snow. That's why the two Pro XPs had the full windshields, trying to prep for that. And yeah, it turned out to be in the 60s. You know, it was cold at night, cold in the mornings. Normal winter stuff.
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Unfortunately, the days riding were a little shorter. If you don't know, we stayed at an Airbnb and we have to do some road riding to get to the trails. And our understanding of the Tennessee law is you can't drive the machines before the sun's up and after the sun's down. I could be wrong. If I am, let me know. But that's our understanding. So that's what we did. Stuff like when we did Trail 12, we basically had to hurry up, get to 12, do it, and by then it was, I think 4 something, and it took a while to get home. We got home right before it got dark, so that's kind of what we were dealing with, but we kind of knew that was going to happen going in the winter. I'd say the biggest takeaway from this trip is the Pro XPs, they need gear reduction for this type of riding. If you want to do the harder trails, can you do it without? Of course. If you watched our Windrock series, you saw me with the 2020 Pro XP behind me and dude who has the 21 Pro XP. We were spinning our belts quite a bit. It was a common occurrence to have smoke coming out of our clutch covers.
How's belt?
Smoking your belt, dude. Smoking.
I smell that.
Someone smelled a little belty too.
It just is not happy with that gearing on the bigger rocks. Another one, ground clearance. I put the high lifter, high clearance trailing arms on my machine, and that helped dramatically. The first trip to Windrock, I was getting hung up on everything. This time they took some hits, but no damage, just scuffed up, scraped. You know, you can see some nice round spots where I bashed into a rock, and they held up good like they're supposed to. But that part from the mounting point to the wheel, with it being raised up, I wasn't hitting there. I was hitting where it finally comes down, and that's to be expected. And I guess that's the whole process with doing this type of stuff. You ride, you find stuff you need to change or want to change, you change it, and you see if it helps, and you adjust. I know tires are a big topic. I run the Terra hooks on my 2020 Pro. In my opinion, not the right tire for places like Windrock. But on this trip, they did do better than our May trip. Our May trip, I ran 7-8 pounds of pressure in those tires. And I mean, I was struggling on everything. For this trip, I was at like 5.5, 6 pounds. I was still struggling on most things, but they did perform better. With that lower pressure, there were a few hits that I took that I felt like I may have touched rim. I haven't really inspected the rims. The tire situation is going to be changing on my machine, so not too worried about that right now. But as usual, dude's 21 Pro XP 32-inch sticky Rockzillas. They stuck to just about everything, and they worked out good. Steph's machine, the 21 Trails and Rocks, I mean, Jesus, she made it up Trail 15 without a winch. We did choose what would be a harder line than what she was doing, but the point is she made it up. We didn't, and she has 30-inch tires. I mean, her machine is bone stock for the most part. So that was awesome to see. That is one trail I do want to go back and hit. The video we did, I mean, it doesn't even show everything. I think I was sitting there for 30 minutes trying to get up that, and I was trying to reposition, and my tires just slipped too much. You try to do one thing, they take you another way. So that's why I ultimately winched. I know on video it looks like, you know, you try something and you give up and you winch, but no one wants to watch me try to get up one part of Trail 15 for 30 minutes. So it is what it is. Winching is not what I want to do, but it's, you know, we had to keep things moving. We still had multiple days to ride, so there was no sense in breaking. I did what I could and failed. I'll definitely get it next time. We get back from Windrock. I go over the machines with a fine-tooth comb and look for damage, and it's nothing to really report. We had one scare with Steph's machine. If you haven't seen the video, it's the Trail 82 video, trying to get up that ledge. She's in a situation where her front and rear are trying to climb at the same time, so it's more of a wheelbase issue for her. And she kept kicking the pig, kept trying, and ultimately we stopped because I have not edited that video yet, so I don't know what was said or shown, or what you guys are able to hear coming out of the machine. But the last time she tries it, she gets part way up, it looks like she's gonna make it, and she's slamming down with the tire spinning, and we heard a loud popping. Thought for sure she broke an axle, but when we went to inspect it, it was still intact. The boot is twisted, so we're not exactly sure what that means. Either way, the axle is intact, the boot is twisted, and the diff still works, because when we winched her up, her front tires were still spinning. So that was a close call, I guess you would call, on her machine. So on Steph's machine, we noticed the carrier bearing. It was on Trail 12, but dude bent one of his lower A-arms. Not bent like, oh no, we gotta stop riding. Like, bent like, oops.
Oops, my bad.
It wasn't a huge deal because we were able to keep riding, and he already has stuff planned in that department. So I already went over what I'm doing with my clutching. I don't know, a few weeks, probably more ago. But long story short, I'm not going to be running the STM anymore. I'm going to keep running the factory one. We are going to get a clutch kit. At this point, I don't know what clutch kit I'm going to get. I've already installed the RPM clutch cover / brace / fan on my factory primary. If you want more of the full story, go back. It's where I install the RPM clutch cover, and I talk about it a little more. So my 2020 Pro, we did get a little body damage, nothing crazy, but now my driver's side door kind of matches my passenger side. Both of them were kind of beat up at Windrock. Probably can't tell, but the whole thing is caved in, and we were hitting here. Kind of popped this guy out. That's what was kind of going on at the end of the Trail 15 video. I was trying to get off of the wall because I was getting hung up on this fender and the door, you know, all here. So it doesn't look like it in the video. It looks like I just am, I don't know, not doing much, but that's what I was trying to do. The camera angle doesn't show that side, but I was hung up on one of the tree roots on my fender and door, so I couldn't get off of that. That's what was going on, but you know, it's just body damage, so we don't really give a shit, but just showing you guys, because while it's happening and in the moment, I didn't realize that it's not really going to be shown on camera because everyone's on the other side, but it is what it is. You can kind of see here on the inside of the door, it's all flaking, but It's not super noticeable, so it's hard to tell, but the whole door did cave in. So that was kind of cool going up 15. You can just feel the earth pushing on the door. So from this point, it's winter, it's cold as hell. We're going to have a lot of changes coming to the machines. You're probably going to be starting off by seeing some big changes come to Dude's machine and to Steph's machine. I don't know how it's going to pan out video-wise. It might be a back and forth thing. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what we got coming up. I will have some changes. Like I said, I'm hoping to get the clutch kit done, gear reduction. I've already got tires. I need ball joints, stuff like that. Mine's more minor stuff. Steph's we'll get into it because it's a big list. Same thing with Dudes. So all that stuff you'll see when we do videos on the new stuff. It's exciting stuff. It's gonna be fun. Our next big trip, we're thinking April. We're thinking Tennessee, not Windrock this time. And a lot of people have been saying Brimstone's not good right now. We have done Brimstone, but I've seen a lot of people saying that there's a lot of logging, so a lot of trails are closed. It's kind of what we ran into when we were there. So we're thinking about doing Tackett Creek and Ride Royal Blue area. So that's kind of where we're at with that. If you guys have done those areas, leave some comments with stuff we should look at doing there. I've been trying to check out that area, but I'm a little confused on mapping. A lot of it is our fault. We don't actually use any type of mapping system. Every time we've gone to Windrock is off the Windrock app, the map that comes with that. But other than that, we don't really use one. And I can't really find much on Royal Blue. I can find some information on, I think it's like the Sunquist unit by Ride Royal Blue, but the actual Royal Blue trails, I don't see anything. So I'm a little confused. Same thing with Tackett Creek. So if any of you guys have a simple solution for me, let me know in the comments. I'm sure the simple solution is lifetime trail maps, but you know, we just haven't pulled the trigger on that. So maybe that's what we got to do. I don't know.
I don't know.
So I love Windrock. If you guys ride and you haven't gone there, I highly recommend it. I love it there. Part of me wants to just go right back there because you make changes to the machines that I want to see if I can do what I couldn't do before. But yeah, we're going to try something else. I'm hoping we can get out and do a early spring ride at the Cliffs in Illinois. That's the closest to us to kind of test out some of the changes and go from there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the Winrock series. I'm constantly trying to get better at making videos, taking videos, and I felt that we improved from our May trip. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.